Imperfectly perfect, imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect, imperfect, imperfectly, imperfectly perfect, imperfectly perfect couple. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Imperfectly Perfect Couple podcast. It's Candy.
And I am Tank.
So, this is the first show back since how many months?
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
Almost a good year.
Yeah, so we're happy to be back. Happy to give you guys some new updates and things of that sort and what's going on with us. If you would like to start, what's been going on with you?
Oh, man. Whole lot of everything.
Like, they don't know.
A whole lot of everything. Where do I start? I don't know exactly where do I start. You start with you. You go first. And let me just pick it back.
I had a lot of things going on. I was doing 2 jobs at one point. Actually, I transitioned and left my main job for a new job. So that was, a big little milestone for me. And then, of course, I had a second job. But, I recently resigned from that job. So, there's just a lot of different things that I learned about myself and learned about the whole business aspect. And things were getting a little hectic. Should I go into detail?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
I'm just asking.
No, I don't think you should.
No, I'm ready.
Ready for what?
For whatever. Go ahead.
Myself, my main job, I believe since the last time we all seen you guys, I was working for a company. I had transitioned from the hospital after the yandemic, if you will. And from there, I wound up landing a role working in a different type of field, which was construction somewhat, if you will. And wound up parting ways from there. Work began to get slow. And I am doing like a part-time type of gig at the moment. So I'm mainly home with the kids, doing my thing. That's pretty much that.
Yeah, but overall, coming off the holidays, everything has been eventful as far as like things that our kids wanted. For the most part, they got everything that they wanted. So we did have, a good Christmas. They had a good Christmas. And, a good New Year's and everything. We kind of did our little traditional thing that we typically do on New Year's Eve and ate the type of food that we liked and, just brought in the New Year's as a family. So,
yeah. It's just, it's just really just been the thing of just sticking and moving, just going with the flow. And whatever this flow may be, you know what I'm saying? Just dealing with it. Just dealing with things as they come.
It's a lot of like real life stuff. A lot of real life stuff.
Such as?
Just like the transitioning of jobs, the leaving jobs, the having to quit jobs, just the different things that's going on with the economy. It's like everybody is feeling it in a different type of way. It's just everybody's going through it. It's just everybody has their own particular story that they're going through.
I think it's mainly a thing, too, the way how you guys may be seeing it. I know one of the ways that I'm seeing it is, you have a lot of people, they make jokes on social media or when they get into these little intimate settings or whatnot, personal conversations.
In a safe space.
Yeah, safe space, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you will hear people being more vulnerable or being real about what's actually going on. Because people are feeling it some type of way or whatever. Everybody's going through, as they say, life is life, and I hate that, but that's what
life is life and shit is high.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Things are high.
Groceries are high. Clothing is
Yeah.
high. Cotton is high.
Well,
Oil and gas
you don't
is
know the
high.
price of cotton.
I'm just saying because it makes our clothes and all of that stuff and the underwear and stuff. Everything is high. It's inflation everywhere, and we're not the type of people that want to sit up here and hide behind a mask or try to, paint a picture to where it's not affecting us. It is. Everything is high.
But is it really a thing to where? Is it a thing of these companies really being greedy? Or is it a thing to where it's really costing them a lot more to produce and, produce things, get it from point A to point B? Is it really costing them more, or is it just a thing to where like, hey, since my counterparts are doing it, I might as well go up the price? What do you think?
I think it's probably a little bit of both.
It's just greed all the way across the board?
I think it's a little bit of both, but you got to think about it too. The economy is not economying. Mm-hmm. Like how it used to, and even like when we were going through the pandemic or whatever the case, there was certain perks and things that people were getting and stimmies that we have not seen, and things that helped the situation. It was like, if you think back then, we had just an influx and abundance of different things that was going on because we didn't have anywhere to go. And now it's a thing to where we're not getting that unless you're creating other streams of income or doing different things to bring in those streams of income. So it's like if you ain't moving right now or moving your feet, it's nothing that's going on. So,
but I mean, according to a lot of people that feel as if that. Well, I feel like this too. The world ain't going back to what it used to be prior to 2020. It's not happening. So it's a thing to where it's either you get with the program or you're just going to be a person that's stuck in complaining because it's not about to change.
All right.
So it's like, so what do you do? It's like, it's either you're going to rise to the occasion or you're going to fall in the cracks. And
you're going to be sitting there like hoping and wishing and praying and winging it and thinking things is just don't just fall out the sky. And, you just got to do what you got to do.
Have to.
So.
You have to. Anything that's trending social media wise, or I don't know if you were done. Did you want to?
No, go ahead.
Anything trending social media that kind of like, not social media, but just anything trending, period. I mean, it could be from radio, social media, or conversations that you could have heard.
Red flags when it comes to dating. That's one thing. Like, I've been hearing a lot of that. And amongst, like, different people in different categories, all age groups, of women and men stating that they have, like, these red flags when it comes to dating and dating sites and things of that sort. So that's really what's been catching my attention. And then for those that are single and that are in a dating field, I've been hearing, like, a lot of feedback from that, too. Like,
such as what?
Like, just certain things when it comes to, like, just the online dating thing. Like, a lot of people, like, hide behind different profiles or say that they have this or say that they, own this or say that they want to get out there and be married and things of that sort. And then when it comes down to actually, I guess, conversing and meeting up with these people, they're changing the scenario and flipping things around. And
so they kind of like catfishing?
They're kind of catfishing.
I mean, because red flags has been a thing. Like, that ain't nothing new. So you mean that it's
just more. It's just I'm hearing more of it. Like, it's a lot of people, even like trending on social media, like people that are being given ultimatums for, if we date this amount of times, we together. Like, it's no going back after that. If I take you on 4 to 5 dates, that's it. Like, it's been a lot of that. And so a lot of people think things of that sort are red flags or, I can even think when we first got together, just for an example, and we went on a date or two, and you told me, like, well, I can see myself loving you.
Okay.
Like, that's something that's surrounded around red flags now. Like, people are, people told me that too. Like, he said after a couple of days he can see himself loving you. Like, how can they see how can they understand that? Or how can he see that so far? And it's just like, those are the red flags now that people are like, oh no, that's weird.
But how's that a red flag? See, I think that's the thing. A lot of people now, they don't know what the fuck they want. Point blank, period. A lot of people don't know what they want. I mean, I see it a lot, just by browsing, looking on social media. One breath, you have an individual or people saying that they want this out of a person, and then the next minute you doing something completely different. You know what I'm saying? It's like you independent, or I get my own. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with getting your own bag, but it's like, mean what you say. Like, back that shit up. If you say that you want somebody, like, be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think that people really don't know what they want. I think more so than anything, I think that people are allowing what they see from, out in the clubs or the social scene and, social media, whatnot, reality TV. They letting a lot of that stuff influence their decision makings and where they should be. It's like you being tricked off of your square. You know what I'm saying? You being tricked off of your own process. And it's like, when you look up, your ass still alone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because that's kind of crazy. Like, I mean, for the person or whoever might have mentioned that to you back then, to the war, the people that did say that to you about the whole thing, to where, like, when I was like, yeah, I can see myself loving you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, people act as if, like, you don't get that type of, like, you can't see, like, you can't foresee. You know what you want. You should, or at least you should. You should know what you want, and you should know what you like. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if somebody's treating you right, they're being consistent, and showing you who they are. I mean, they vibing. Y'all got, like, some type of vibe. They can hold a conversation. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why you can't see yourself, being with this person or loving this person or doing certain things? I don't know, man. I just
maybe it's a thing to. I think what it is, because I can only speak for back then when me and you got together. Social media wasn't like that. Like how you said, like, social media is like the major, like, influence on a lot of things, and we can see that from people changing their body images and things of that sort. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you didn't necessarily see that type of stuff in the forefront until, like, social media kind of took over. And
see
was
what?
Like,
the body images?
Yeah, like, you would see that type of stuff. You would have to go to a store and buy a magazine to see people doing different things to themselves.
It's more accessible now.
Yeah, like, I'm explaining it in that way, like, comparing it, not necessarily saying that there's something wrong with it, but when it comes to, like, the whole relationship thing, like, you think about it too, like, this type of stuff, a lot of people hide behind social media with certain things, and now that type of stuff is in the forefront, like, you can see all of that stuff when it comes to dating. It's like a different point of view now than back then, like, when me and you were just together and we didn't have, like, Facebook. We had Facebook. Was Instagram out back then?
No.
I think it was just Facebook. We had Facebook, but it wasn't a thing to where it was like post. Like,
it wasn't a way of living.
Yeah.
It wasn't a part of your life at this time.
So you still had a personal life without social media clouding like your thoughts and your images about how you feel about relationships and yourself and all of that.
You know what? You it's kind of a sidebar, like what you said about the whole thing, like, with like, changing yourself up, like, you know what I'm saying, like, cosmetic surgeries and all this type of stuff, and body, what you say?
Just changing, like, your body
Just
image.
changing your body, your whole appearance, right? I pose this question, and I often thought about, I think about this quite often. Should you disclose that shit to a person before, like, especially if you get married? I mean, like, if it's just a relationship thing, then, maybe not. But if you get married, if you and the person get married, or whatever the case, or y'all planning on getting married, should that be disclosed?
Or having kids, too.
And that's what I'm saying, because 9 times out of 10, that's what if you get married, if y'all don't have, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, now I'm being deceived.
In a way, yeah.
No, ain't no in a way. I'm being deceived because the thing is, you can look like your grill may not be the way how it is presented.
I just thought about that one post with that girl that got her teeth did.
Man.
she was looking like, what's her name? Francine from Arthur.
Man, it was crazy. And it's like, so it's like, could your significant other would that be grounds for divorce? To the point to where it's like, if you don't disclose to me that you look like a peanut.
Peanut?
You look like a peanut.
The planter's nut?
You look
Mr.
like, I ain't saying the name, but I'm just saying, you look like a peanut. And now that I meet you, you looking like a whole action, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole Playboy centerfold model, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just some type of model or whatever. And then when we have children, I'm wondering why they look like little Rottweiler puppies. No, I'm serious.
Rottweilers aren't that bad looking though.
Or pugs or something.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that should be grounds for divorce.
Well, maybe that should be put in the prenup or something.
No, but why would that? Well, man, I don't know.
See, like, disclaimer again, we don't have nothing against people that decide to do what they want to do with their bodies and cosmetic things and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, myself personally, think that most men can see it. Me, myself personally.
No.
I think
to a degree.
I think that most men can see it because a lot of times the thighs is not matching the ass. But see, that's something that you pointed out to me that I really didn't pay attention to. And then when I wound up seeing that they got these baby drum legs, you know what I'm saying? That's when I started seeing certain things. But I don't know. I don't know. That'd be something. That'd be a good question just to put up there. Like, do you feel as if? Hell, like even with the guys, this ain't all about the women too. Because it's a thing to where I've seen it to where it's guys that's literally making themselves taller. Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I seen that.
They literally making themselves taller. Dude could have a big gene, and he could have a big gene, could be a big guy, but he had a procedure done, and you meet him, he got 6 packs and muscles and all of that, and then y'all have children and they look like the clumps. What do you know what I'm saying? Like, is that really deceiving you?
I think it's a form of deceiving, and I think it should be disclosed because I don't feel that that's right.
I think it is.
I don't feel that that's right because it's just like people that have certain flaws and they correct them, and then your kids come here and they have those flaws.
It's the genetics.
Not necessarily. I won't even say flaws, but it's just things that were hidden.
Those genetics, they take after you, after how you were naturally born. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what do? You can't hide that.
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't think everybody would be so quick to disclose that. Just like, you have people that sleep in lace fronts and full faces of makeup. So and then the guys are getting the lace fronts and the. I don't know about that. And you ain't never seen those guys.
I've seen it, but I'm just saying that's a little bit extreme.
Man, they shave that whatever is missing, they shave it off and they get some glue and they like put down some premium nappy yaki on their head, and they have it cut, faded, beards. They be doing the beards like that too.
That's bad. I just leave it.
I seen somebody that had a whole lace front dread.
I seen it.
And it goes there.
I seen it.
It go there.
Hey, whatever floats your boat. That's all I can say. Whatever makes you happy. As long as you're not harming.
Makes you happy.
As long as you're not harming nobody. You know what I'm saying?
No animals or
children, innocent people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People that don't do none of that. Don't nobody. You know what I'm saying?
But that is like a controversial topic though. That's just something that should be talked about. Y'all can let us know what y'all think about that. Let us know if you feel that people that have had cosmetic surgeries, any type of facial,
anything besides braces,
Anything
besides braces.
If they had toe implants.
No. Anything besides braces. We just don't put it there. Anything besides braces. If they had anything besides that done, do you feel as if if they know, like, that y'all getting serious, it's looking like y'all maybe getting married, y'all don't have any children, and 9 times out of 10, you want children, and this person don't disclose that to you. Do you feel as if, like, hey, you deceived me, man, like, or it don't bother you?
Do you feel that's grounds for breakup? How about that?
Yeah, I think so.
A lot of people are going to say no. They're like, no, why did I tell you that? That's my personal business. That's what they'll say.
That's real spooky out here. The dating world is crazy. But going back to what you were saying earlier, before that, you were saying how people are getting, like, red flags and catfished and...
Yeah. So it's a lot of people that have been, led on in different ways or being told different things like, hey, I have this as a career. And then when you get to knowing them and going through the motions, that person don't even do that. And it's like...
That's just...
That's
weird, though.
That it is weird.
That's weird.
But it's like...
that ain't even a weird red flag. That's like, you just a liar. That ain't a red flag. To me, a red flag is something to where it's like, all right, you told me you was going... It's like it's little things. It's things that, you know what I'm saying, it, like, I think of 3 flags. You know what I'm saying? Step 1, step 2, step 3, your ass is out. Like, you talking about that you living a whole different type of life and you ain't who the fuck you say you are. That's just like...
I mean, yeah, it's fraudulent.
That's not a red flag, though.
But I'm just putting it in aspect.
That ain't a red flag. That's a technical foul. You are done. I think now this is the question that I will have for you. So what is the age range of majority of these people who, or whatever you've been seeing, these people that are saying that they're being deceived? What's the age range?
People that I know personally are mostly anywhere between probably about 30 and a...
So to me, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. I would want to know what stage are these individuals, the people that you may personally know, or the people that you've seen that made these posts, what age range are they in? And is it a thing to where that they feel as if that they're in a crucial part of their life to where that it's like, it's all or nothing? The way how marriage was promoted to, or how it is promoted to people to where it's like, you need to be here before you get this age. You need to get this before you get this age. And it's like, is it a thing to where that their tolerance level at this point is like, no, why? Because after 1, 2, like you said the thing about somebody saying, if I take you out 3 times or 5 times, we, to me, it seemed as if like the state, like the pressure, like, are they putting pressure on that individual or on themselves to where like, okay, this person has to be it because I have to find me a wife or find me a husband?
Probably so. It's the person that's proposing it in a sense. Like, I know if we gonna be together, if I take you out on 5 dates and I like you. They're not necessarily giving that person time on their end in a sense. So it's like you're setting the stakes high. You meet somebody, you don't even know if you're gonna progress with this person or not. Mm-hmm. But basically, a few dates is not gonna necessarily put somebody in the whole aspect of like, oh, we go together now. And there's a lot of people that don't think that way, and there's some people that's out there that do think that way. Like, if I go on a few dates with you and I like you, then why not?
I mean, don't get me wrong. You could become, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it was a thing to where like you had categories that you, like back then, you had categories where you placed people. Mm-hmm. If you had, quote unquote, like a roster or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you had a roster of individuals that you were dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And just say, for instance, it was one person that you was only dealing with, like every
Twice a month.
Twice a month. Like everything was cool, but that's what it was. And then you had somebody to where then you might have another person that, you may see them every Friday. You know what I'm saying? And it's like whoever stepped they shit up, that's who get like more of your time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I think people are in a rush.
I think people fear love bombing too, because that's like the new thing.
Love bombing?
Yeah.
I've never heard it. What is
So
that?
like love bombing is like a form of narcissism. And what you do is you just basically give, or if it's dates.
Who's giving?
Whomever wants to give. Whoever is trying to court the person is just giving. They're taking you out on dates. They're spending all of this money on you, and they think because they have like that part of the control in a sense that they can take you and you basically happy ending whatever, ignoring some of the toxic stuff that's going on with them. Ignoring that, you're going to look at the fact that, oh, they're giving me flowers. They're taking me out on dates. They're doing this. They're buying me whatever I want. And then he can have underlying like control issues to where, yeah, I'm doing all of this stuff for you, but I don't want you leaving the house, or I don't want you going this, and this, and you gonna date only me. Like this is about to be it. So it's like in a sense they use the sense of giving in the sense of so-called spoiling you in order for you to kind of be complacent and not leave them, so they can feel like they have the upper hand. It's like in a sense like if you think about it like a form of abuse in a sense, like. Doing what they can do.
Heard of that.
You never heard of love bombing?
Nah, I've never ever heard of that. It's the first time I've ever heard of that. First time.
Well, have you known a situation where you've seen people do that?
That don't seem like no thing of love bombing. I mean, that just seems like somebody that's trying to be in control.
Yeah.
Or use the upper hand. I think that you really just made that shit up.
I did not make that up. That's an actual thing.
I ain't never
it's an actual thing.
I ain't never heard of love bombing a day in my life.
It's an actual thing. And I'll prove it to you right now.
So, all right. So, what do you think after you looked that up?
Wait, let me tell you. Love bombing is a tactic. Well, this is from Google. Love bombing is a tactic in which someone bombs you with extreme displays of attention, affection, with the intent to manipulate you. So,
but people can manipulate you without doing that. I can talk to you and manipulate you.
Exactly. So it doesn't have to be necessarily gifts. It can be attention and it can be an affection with the intent to manipulate you. And it said, although being showered with love can seem positive at the beginning of a romantic relationship, love bombing can lead to gaslighting and abuse. But
what you saying, you throwing the word romantic in there. What I'm saying is that can happen without even being romantic at all.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying that it's a thing to where you have to be in a romantic relationship. It's like how some things start off in order to kind of put you in a situation to where
I would want to talk to some younger people, some people that's like 19 to maybe 27.
Oh, they know all about it.
And I would want to see if they feel the same way. I don't think they feel like that. I think that the people that who you're talking to, they may feel like that because, for example, they may meet an individual that's showing them all of this type of affection and certain things and giving them here and taking you to fancy places here and there, and then all of a sudden, I'm not answering your call. Okay, we're not together though, so.
Right, but that's the part of the warning signs is because you make yourself too available.
I mean, but didn't you said that before, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean that's warning signs, all right? Here we go. Intense bond that feels too fast. Intense communication that progresses quickly. Gifts that go above and beyond extra. You put that person on a pedestal, then they mistreat you, and emotional availability used to manipulate your partner.
Okay, so how many of these individuals that you would say?
7.
No, wait. How many of these individuals that you would say that when that list came about on the places that you don't go to eat and all of this type of stuff, would those individuals go there, or it's a thing to where, no, I want to go to da 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 da, or they like bragging on, this individual took me here, there, you know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's more so of a thing to where those people are grounded and will still go to anything that's on that list. It was that the person that was wanting to court them did not want to go to any of those places that was on that list because they felt it was beneath them.
And it could have been.
No. The thing was that you go to places on that list of cheap restaurants, as whatever they were calling it, because you just want to grab a bite to eat. If we're dating, then we're going to go to white tablecloth restaurants. That's just giving an example.
Okay.
So we're going to dress up. We're going to go to these white table restaurants. We will eat at some of those restaurants, but I'm not taking you to any of those now. But it's more so in a sense to where, to me, it wasn't feeling like it was grounded in a sense or reality, like, because it's like, yeah, you do want to show up and go in a sense above and beyond to court somebody or to date somebody, so you want to show them that you can provide or give them the best. But in the same instance, to me, it's like looking at it like, and being in reality, like, people still go to Applebee's and things of that sort. Like, what's wrong with it?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's these. Me personally, to me, it seemed as if. To me, it seemed like the individuals that feel as if that they are quote unquote love bombed, as you will, that they may be at a point in their life that they feel as if that this is what they deserve. And versus them standing their ground on, they feel as if like, okay, yeah, I deserve to have an individual that's going to wine and dine. That's what it is. Wine and dine me, spoil me, this and this and that. Now, I mean, come on, let's keep it real, man. If you just, I mean, I'm not saying that it ain't people out there that do that, but, and especially if it's no type of transactions being made, you know what I'm saying? Sexual advances or transactions or whatever being made, I would be leery myself. You know what I'm saying? I would be leery. And I believe majority of the women that I know would be leery to where if you talking about you about to get ready love bomb or whatever the case, if it's a thing to where is it mainly taking an individual to expensive places or buying expensive gifts? Is it mainly that? Or it's a list of things?
It's a list of things. It's not just that.
Okay, maybe I just don't understand.
It's just that's just part of a narcissistic person who wants the control in certain areas. It could be financial, it could be love, it could be like your personal time and you making yourself emotionally available to that person. It's like,
who's making themselves?
The individual that's being dated is making themselves available to be manipulated.
Okay, so my thing would be...
So basically, I'm just saying, like, love bombing is just a form. It's just like...
I think people are too caught up in all of these new words and all of this stuff. Look at the shit for what it is. Look at it for what it is, man. Point blank, period. Look at it for what it is. There's nothing wrong with if you meet a young man or if you meet a young lady or whatever the case, and y'all can start off, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with suggesting certain things. It's nothing wrong with pulling back a little bit. Why are you making yourself so available? Why are you falling for this shit? That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm saying it seems as if a lot of these people are at a point of their life to where they feel as if I'm getting older or I don't have this and that. And now you're making yourself vulnerable to fall for the okie doke. That's what it seemed like that is to me. That's why I say I would want to talk to some 18, 19, 20, or maybe even 25-year-olds.
I got some of those.
Because I guarantee they probably see that shit. They whatever the word is that they may use now. Oh, they playing. They gas me up. They capping. They such and such. I guarantee, and they're not even taking that shit that serious. They taking it for what it is. I think that a lot of people that fell victim of love bombing, as you say, they feeling as if, okay, they're going, I mean, because let's be real, 9 times out of 10, when you meet an individual, you're going off of looks. So they go off of the looks. Oh, that person looked nice. Da-da-da-da-da. Boom. Now you're probably seeing yourself, you can see yourself being with this person. And this person is being charming and doing this and this and that. And you falling for the okie doke. That's how I look at it. So my question to you would be, what do you think that a person can do to avoid or protect themselves or be leery of this whole love bombing thing? I mean, because clearly we just had a nice conversation on what the hell love bombing is. And we're going to get to that when we come back.
Oh, okay.
All right. We are back, and Candy.
Why me?
Is going to give or suggest a few things that people can do to help them avoid, I guess you would say, this love bombing era or whatever you want to call it. So what do you suggest, Candy?
1. So I'm just joking. So,
Man.
My suggestions would be, number 1 is to learn about your own vulnerabilities, because a lot of times us women and men as well are put in situations to where certain things make us vulnerable, and even being with certain people and, being in certain situations, we can place ourselves in a state of vulnerability or not know how to hide that, I would say.
Hold on. So you said, hold on. Say that again.
Identify your vulnerabilities. Know what your vulnerabilities are, because when you know what your vulnerabilities are in certain situations, you can avoid being taken advantage of.
So in other words, being real with your damn self. Being real with your damn self. If you know that you are desperate, if you know that you ain't had none, if you know that you low on money, be careful. That's what she really saying.
So, in a sense, when you are vulnerable, that leaves room for a narcissist or someone with narcissistic traits like love bombing to come in and swoop in and take advantage of your emotions and everything and all of that.
So they are able to hone in on all of those things that you are really deprived of and present them. Just present them, not give them to you. Present them. Make them sound very good. And next thing you know, they got you hemmed up with your... No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Oh my God.
No, but be careful. Okay, next. What do you got next?
As far as gifts being given and then dinners that are being paid for or whatever that they're doing to shower you in all of this love, refuse some of it. If not the majority of it. Because you have to think too, well, I was always taught.
That's very true.
That when somebody is doing something for you, especially if you're just dating them and there's no type of ties or anything, they're eventually gonna want something in return if they are doing very nice things for you.
Remember that story I told you about the young lady that scared the shit out of me?
Which one was that?
Man, it was this one young lady that scared me.
Okay, tell the story, because I need to know about this. Refresh my memory.
Well, it was around the holiday time, and this young lady, she was cool. And it wasn't no hems up with the limbs up type of situation going on. And she was really cool. And I went over to her house maybe a couple of times, whatever.
Really?
And it was around the holiday time. Went over there.
Which holiday was it? Kwanzaa?
No, it was near Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And the tree was up, and the young lady points over to the tree, and say, yeah, these gifts over here is yours. And it shocked me because ain't nobody never did.
How many gifts was it?
Man, it was a bunch of gifts. It looked like I was a baby. You hear me? Like it was my first Christmas. I kid you not. And I left up out of there and I never went back because that was like, okay, that was kind of like spooky and psychotic to me. And see, and that's the other thing too. You got to be real with yourself because you don't act like it ain't people out here that take advantage of that. Even though that you may see a person that may be doing all of these type of things or they trying to give you money or give you gifts, like you said, you got to refuse that. Don't think that you gonna get over because you got some psychotic people out here.
Was she gonna have you hemmed up with your limbs up?
That's a different story. No, go to the next one. What's the next one?
I can't do this with you. Trust your instincts. That's the next one.
Yeah.
Because
if you got to second guess it.
We all have that inkling, and I think it starts in the gut.
That something told me.
Something told me in my mind, my gut, my heart, whatever the case. Listen to your body. Because your body will give you signs that things are not right or something is not right about this person. Mm-hmm. So you have to trust your instincts
or
and what
even
you
yourself.
Feel.
Remember, you are deprived, and they are presenting you with a lot of things that they know that you may need. So proceed with caution.
And the last one would be to set healthy boundaries from the very jump. And that establishes your independence when you set boundaries. So therefore, if you set boundaries, you're establishing, I'm independent. I'm not asking of anything for you. I still do my own thing. We can still date, but, I still am a person without you by my side in a sense. So as long as you put those boundaries out there and don't make yourself as available as you should be, that should help
and
as
then
well.
In other words, if you're saying that you are a born-again virgin, don't go over there and bust it open. Don't do it. Set those boundaries. If you just want to just smooch or peck one time, just let them do it. Don't, and I repeat, don't let the man eat the groceries. Don't do none of that type of stuff, because you be tempted. I know it. Keep your boundaries going. No, don't fall for it.
It don't always begin with that, though. Why you say like that? Do you care to share another story with us?
I ain't got no stories. I don't grocery shop.
No.
I'm done.
I was gonna say. This man be in the grocery store all the time talking some he don't grocery shop.
I don't grocery shop.
Anyway, I was gonna say, would you like to share another experience from your book of tall tales?
No, I don't have any. I'm done. So if you will, you can recap.
Okay, so basically, with everything, ladies, gentlemen, be careful. Because I'm not even aiming this at just the women, because women, we know we kind of have been put in situations and places and spaces to be taken advantage of at times. I would even say for the men out there too, women try to take advantage of y'all as well.
Try to see you as suckers. They see that you coming a long mile away. They see that you got money. They see that you want to do certain things. Because you do have certain guys that don't mind. And then you have some women that like to play games and lead them along. Yeah, let's talk about the
playing of the games. Because, I still be trying to figure out, why do people game play? Is this Monopoly? Or is this, what would I say?
But
what's a good game?
But it's always been a thing. It's all Fortnite.
You know what? I don't know nothing about that. I'm talking about something that's...
But it's always been a thing of a cat and mouse, or like they say, it's part of the game. I just think that right now, like you said, we got to include the virtual world in on that too now. And so now you have people exposing their hands. They're exposing certain things. And it's like you sending a lot of mixed signals. Like on one hand, you're saying that you really want to be this all nice, wholesome wife or husband or whatever, or you looking for this, but then you want to do whatever the case may be. It's like you gotta, once again, say what you mean and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? Say what you mean and mean what you say, and do what you do. And
so people play Monopoly and need to go to jail.
I don't know about all that, but people, I think people really don't know what they want to do. I mean, because if you think about somebody had wound up seeing something. Oh, it was basically based off of coming off of this past holiday, this Christmas, whatever the case. And people were saying how our generation, because we are the parents, like majority right now.
Aunties and the uncles.
Yeah, we the one that have like the little kids now. You know what I'm saying? We are the ones. And people were saying that our generation, we are like, we silly as hell.
Yeah.
Like we immature because they was basing that off of I was guilty myself with the elf on the shelf thing. Like how we participate in that and all of the goofiness and you know what I'm saying? And it's like I think that a lot of that transpires into our quote unquote adult life. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a lot of that goes back to an episode that we did. Are we the generation that never grew up? I think that all the signs is really heading that way.
That ain't our fault though.
No, that's another conversation. That's not an excuse. It's just a thing to where I kind of feel as if I believe that that's what it is. And I think that all of those things are transpiring in different aspects of our life. Some of us may be getting certain things right, but I kind of feel as if a lot of it is that because we are the generation that
play too much.
In a lot of areas. And it ain't necessarily like, I tap you, tap me back. It's just like, I don't know. I don't even know the word for it. But yeah, I don't think we really
I'm not going to tell you what I want because if I tell you what I want, then you're going to know about me and then that's what it is.
I don't even think it's fully that. I just think that we are immature in a lot of areas.
Yeah, because that could give you the the reasoning behind why a lot of the generations that were, our parents and our grandparents, when they were like in their 30s, they looked at like they was like 50. Like they dressed like a certain type of way. They like
the mannerism.
Yeah, it was like everything was just grown.
The things that they've done, the being able to hold things down, being able to be responsible, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you think back on it, a lot of our parents, and they didn't have half of this BS that we were, you know what I'm saying, that we're being exposed to now. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know, but
they had DJ equipment though.
They had DJ equipment, but I feel as if we the generation that didn't grow up. Yeah, that's gonna be us. That's gonna be a label that we gonna have.
I'm grown.
Yeah,
I'm still growing.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I don't have anything else, but
me neither.
Okay,
she said she grown.
Basically, at the end of the day, yep, I'm grown, and all of that good stuff. I ain't got nothing else.
All right. Well, until then, you can like, share, subscribe, comment. Please comment.
We want to hear from y'all.
And you can follow us on social media.
We post all of this stuff because we want y'all to say something back. We want y'all to
talk to
engage and say stuff to us.
You can also send stuff anonymous.
Send it to the inbox. Y'all know how to hit an inbox or a DM.
You can hit the inbox, the DM. You can email, and everything is... What's everything?
Oh, what you mean?
Where would they find us at?
Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok.
We TikToking, okay?
And what's the handles? What's the name of it?
Imperfectly Perfect Couple Podcast with Tank and Candy. Or it may be Imperfectly Perfect Couple
It'll pop up.
podcast. It'll
Yep,
pop up.
It'll pop up. Or you can go straight to the website, which is
imperfectlyperfectcouple.com.
That's right. So,
or you can email us at imperfectlyperfectcouple@gmail.com.
That's it. That's all you got to do. Is just that simple.
He likes comms.
I don't know about that. I don't know about comms.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, she's done.
I'm done.
All right, until next week then. Hey.
Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly